Hello po mga kababayan. Ako po si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. Tinudo na po ni Sara Duterte yung paninira. Ginawa niyang global. Nagpa-interview pala po sa RT, Russian television, mga kababayan, si Sara. At ang sabi ni Sara, mga kababayan, sa interview, yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos daw, mga kababayan, ayaw nang umalis sa pwesto. Yan daw ang rason kung bakit gusto siyang ipa-impeach ni Marcos Jr. Ayan BP Sara claims Marcos wants her impeached to stay in power. Biniblame nga yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos na mga nag-file ng impeachment complaint. Ang nag-file ng impeachment complaint po, yung mga makabayan, kalaban ng ating Pangulo. Makabayan Black, tapos yung Akbayan, mga anti-Marcos. Paano gusto ng ating Pangulo na siya ma-impeach? Pinigil nga niya yung Congress. At hanggang ngayon, ganun ang posisyon niya. Kaya lang, na-impeach na si Sara. Kaya nire-respeto niya yung posisyon ng Congress, lalo ng kanyang anak. Maintindihan natin, mga kababayan, kung bakit yung anak ng ating Pangulo, siya yung nag-endorse ng impeachment. Kasi nga po, yung tatay niya pinagbantaan, yung nanay niya, pati yung tito niya, pinagbantaan ni Sara. Kaya, hindi rin pinigil ng ating Pangulo na pumirma yung kanyang anak na si Sandro. Pero siya po kontra. Kaya baseless po ito, mga kababayan, na mga akusasyon ni Sara Duterte. Na yung ating Pangulong Bongbong mismo, ang gusto siyang ma-impeach, ayaw nga ng ating Pangulong ma-impeach ka. Kaya lang, in-impeach ka pa rin ng mga congressmen. Pero yung impeachment galing sa Makabayan Black at mga religious organization na anti-Marcos. Kaya malabo, mga kababayan, itong pinagsasabi ni Sara Duterte sa RTTV, pati Russian television po, nagpa-interview na. Ayan sabi dito, the intent of President Marcos not to step down from the presidency and to perpetuate himself in power led to an impeachment case that was designed to remove her as contender in 2028, sabi po ni Sara Duterte. Malinaw po na diversionary tactic. Ang gusto niyang mangyari, mga kababayan, hindi lang siya ma-impeach despite ng kanyang pagbabanta sa ating Pangulo at alleged na paglustay ng milyon-milyon na confidential fund, palampasin lang yung kanyang mga kasalanan. Sabi nga natin, kung wala talaga siyang kasalanan, bakit niya pinipigil ang impeachment trial? Nauna yung sinabi niya, I want a bloodbath. Pagkatapos ngayon, biglang kumambyo. Ang pinakikinggan ko niya, yung advice ng aking mga abogado, kasi sayang man yung bayad ko. You see, mga kababayan? So sabi dito sa balita, in an interview with Russia Today International, Vice President Sara named the President and his allies in the House of Representatives as those behind the impeachment case against her. Hindi ba po kalyado ni Pangulong Bongbong Marcos si Laila de Lima, lalo na si Franz Castro, yung Makabayan Black? Maging yung Akbayan, mga kababayan, sila yung mga nag-file. In-endorse lang ng majority, mga kababayan. Kasi nakita during the investigation na talagang matindi ang nangyari sa pondo ng gobyerno. Napunta sa mga chichiriya. So sabi niya sa interview, well, it's all about the refusal or the intent of President Marcos. It is the intent of President Marcos not to step down. He wants to perpetuate himself or his family in power. It is clear from the moves of his administration against political opponents. Without mentioning names, she added that she has personal knowledge that one of Marcos' relatives wants to run as president in 2028. Ang minimin niya, mga kababayan, lagi si Martin Romualdez. Na ano naman kung gusto ni Martin, halimbawa pa. Bakit? May titulo ka na ba sa upuan ng Palasyo Malacanang? Lahat pwedeng mag-ambisyon. Pero ang katotohanan, until now, wala man tayong naririnig. Alam ng mga mamamayang Filipino, wala mang announcement si Martin Romualdez. Pero halimbawa pa tumakbo si Martin. Ano man ang problema mo? na landslide ka lagi sa mga survey. Nangunguna ka. Si Martin, sabi ninyo, kulilat. So bakit kayo laging bukang bibig ninyo si Martin Romualdez na kung halimbawa tumakbo, kulilat? Di ba? Ginagawa mo lang na rason dahil sa kasong impeachment na final sa'yo. Ang kasong impeachment wala mang relasyon sa 2028. Isa itong accountability mechanism. Kung hindi ka nagbanta, naipaliwanag mo sana ng maayos yung paggamit ng confidential funds. Walang impeachment sana. Sulat ito. Kagagawan po ninyo itong lahat. Tulad ng tatay ninyo na nakulong sa ICC dahil sa kanyang mga ginawa, consequences of his actions. Ito din na impeachment, consequences siya ng inyong mga ginawa, ng inyong mga maling aksyon. Tapos, ikinakabit ninyo sa politika. Wala mang kinalaman ang politika rito. Kayo lang naman ang naglalagay ng politika para ilihis yung issue. Kasi yung narrative ninyo, pinipersecute kayo. Walang persecution po. Kayo yung nagbanta eh. Pagkatapos may statement ka pa na you might get killed. So binabaliktad ninyo. Gusto niyo yung palabasin mga mamamatay tao yung mga Marcos at Romualdez. Wala man pong reputasyon na ganyan. Walang records na ganyan. Just to cling to power. Sabi nga natin sa previous video natin, nang i-people power yung tatay ng ating Pangulong Bongbong, nagparaya na lang, umalis na lang sa posisyon. Ngayon pa nga lang nakabalik. You see? Walang reputasyon bilang isang mamamatay tao yung dating Pangulo, ang Marcos family. Hindi tulad po ng pamilya ninyo o ito nga, crimes against humanity. Ngayon, kung hindi kayo nagkasala, yung pamilya ninyo, sigurado naman na akwital para kay Digong. So anong problema dyan? O ito yung interview mga kababayan ng RT International. RT International. As published by Manila Bulletin. Pakinggan natin yung mga pinagsasabi ni Sara Duterte dito.
Refusal or the intent of President Marcos. It is the intent of President Marcos not to step down. He wants to perpetuate himself or his family in power. It is clear from the moves of his administration against political opponents. And in fact, one of his relatives, and this is a personal knowledge of mine, has expressed that he wants to run for president. This all started with the People's Initiative, wherein they wanted to amend the Constitution to shift into a parliamentary form of government where the Prime Minister is not voted by popular choice.
Malabo po. Yung People's Initiative, economic one man lang ang target. Yung amendment ng ating konstitusyon, economic provisions man lang ang target. Kayo man lang ang mga nagsasabi ng ganon, lalo na si Amy Marcos kasi insecure din kay Martin. Yan ang narrative ni Amy Marcos. Pero wala mang naniniwala sa inyo mga matitino. Ang naniniwala man lang sa inyo, yung mga DDS.
When they failed in this, they started the impeachment. And clearly, evidence shows that the members of the House of Representatives, many of them who signed, did not read the articles of impeachment. And one particular member of the House of Representatives already said publicly that there was money in exchange for the signatures in the articles of impeachment. Because I am the front runner in the presidential race in 2028, the survey shows that. And I think they want to eliminate the front runner.
I see. Do you think there might be a connection between the detention of your father and the impeachment process against you?
I believe so, yes. They think that if they take out former President Duterte, they will weaken me because it's one brand, it's one family.
So yan mga kababayan ang narrative nila para i-divert ang atensyon ng mga tao, hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas yung kanyang propaganda, nakaabot sa buong mundo, pati sa Russia. Ganon katindi mga kababayan ang ginagawang propaganda para ilihis sa totoong issue ng confidential funds at pagbabanta sa ating Pangulo. Yung impeachment trial, lumayo ng lumayo. Ginagawa niya itong cover para i-confuse ang mga tao. Yung mga nasa prosecution panel mga kababayan, tutok na tutok din sa totoong issue na kinakarap ni Sara Duterte. Hindi sila nagpapaapekto dito sa mga kung ano-anong paglilihis at propaganda ni Sara. Ito yung pakinggan natin, yung side ng Congress para malaman natin kung ano na yung development sa impeachment case ni Sara Duterte, yung ginagawa ng Kongreso.
We're going to take the first questions from Tina Panganiban Perez of GMA7.
Good afternoon po. So, sirs, yesterday the House Prosecution Panel complied with the first requirement of the Senate Impeachment Court, yun po sa one-year ban. Now, dun sa compliance sa second requirement, if pagbobotohan po sa 20th Congress, how will you vote po?
And what actually is that's the second? Would the 20th Congress carry over the impeachment?
Sir, if interested pa rin yung 20th Congress to pursue the impeachment.
Well, on collectively, I personally cannot speak on how the 20th Congress will appreciate, no? But individually, if you ask me, I have already affixed my signature on the 7 verified impeachment complaints, and that will remain to be my advocacy, and that will my support on the prosecution team to hold the Vice President accountable for her actions will still remain. So, yun po ang aking kasagutan dyan, Ma'am Tina.
Thank you, Ma'am Tina, for the
Dapat
question.
papanagutin.
Yung kasabihan ba, the vote has already, whether or not it's the duty of the 19th or the 20th Congress is highly contestable by different parties. In my humble opinion, tuloy-tuloy na po yan eh. It's a constitutionally mandated duty by Congress and of the Senate. So it's a firm stand by the House na the boat has sailed eh. We have to go with the impeachment process. Regardless of what it is, the House has one stand, united, and the impeachment process is a chance to see that the Constitution is at work, it is protected by the leaders of this nation, and more important, ito po yung pinakapatas na paraan para marinig yung side ng dalawang parte. So, it's very fair and democratic.
Tama po. Walang ikatakot dapat si Sara kung hindi siya guilty. Unang-una, 16-man defense counsel ang hinar niya, yung pinakang magagaling na abogado sa Pilipinas. Idagdag mo pa yung mga senator judges na kaalyado niya. Ang nakikita natin, 18 po ang pumabor sa kanya doon sa unang butuhan sa Senado. So walang rason na matakot siya, mga kababayan, na humarap sa impeachment trial kasi napakarami niyang mga kaalyado. Nga nagtataka yung marami. Bakit motion to dismiss ang ginawa ng kanyang mga abogado? Ang unang nag-motion to dismiss, si Bato de la Rosa. So bakit ganon? So doon lang mapapaisip ka na talagang ayaw niyang mabuksan talaga. Ayaw niyang matuloy yung impeachment trial. Kasi pag natuloy po, mahihirapan. Pati yung mga kaalyado niya, mahihirapan na i-acquit siya, mga kababayan. Kaya ngayon pa lang, gusto na siyang i-cover up sa pamamagitan ng hindi pagtuloy sa impeachment trial, resorting to technicalities. Yan po ang malinaw po, mga kababayan.
So, sir, what you're both are saying is that hindi na po kailangan nung certification from the House.
Well, Ma'am Tina, we have already adopted the resolution in compliance with the court order, no, yung certification. But as to whether or not the 20th Congress will carry on the impeachment, that again was also responded to by the prosecution team. Kasi sabi nga nila doon sa for clarity, because we defer the acceptance of that second order simply because ang sabi nila, it needs further clarification because the 19th Congress could not simply speak on behalf of the 20th Congress. So I guess if you talk about the process in itself, the impeachment process, that is already laid down clearly by the Constitution. And sabi nga po ng aking kaibigan dito, si Congressman Ernix, na we stand by with what we have already supported. We affixed our signatures in the 19th Congress. The issue really here is to hold impeachable officers according to the enumerated list of impeachable officers under the Constitution, hold accountable to their actions. No, this is not an issue of personality. This is about making the Constitution work for every single Filipino. In the case of the impeachment trial under Article 11, we stand by it. This is a constitutional process. This is a constitutional mechanism, and we would continue to stand by it. So, ang usapan pala kung talaga natin dito when it comes to the issue of impeachment ay na mananatili po ang paninindigan na House na we delivered our commitment, our mandate given to us by the Constitution. So, yun po yung pinakabulto na ini-explain po namin dito sa parte ng House of Representatives.
Ang problema, si Chis Escudero, siya yung nagbibigay ng duda sa Kongres. Baka niya, yung susunod na Kongreso, magbago ang isip. Bakit mo yun pinoproblema? The fact na trinransmit na sa inyo, yung bola nasa inyo na, yung obligasyon ninyo sa Senado bilang impeachment court, yun ang dapat ginagawa ninyo. Ano yon? Trial shall forthwith proceed. Yan ang problema mga kababayan kay Chis Escudero. Kinumplika niya. Pagkatapos, binabaliktad niya yung Congress. Sinasabi na yung Congress yung nagdi-delay. Napakalinaw na sila yung nag-delay. O diba? Balikan natin mga kababayan yung press con kanina ng Congress.
Is that recognized?
Good afternoon po, Kongs. Regarding po sa fellowship dinner last night with Speaker Martin Romualdez together with the neophytes and returning lawmakers, the Speaker appealed for the support of the neophytes and returning lawmakers. Did he also seek their support for his speakership until the 20th Congress?
Yung fellowship dinner, yun yung nag-conclude ng 3-day seminar or guidance para sa mga neophytes and new House members. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, Kong Zia, no, we were there last night. Wala namang appeal na mga ganon for speakership or any support. It's mainly to give guidance and show support to the new members of the House. Speaker Martin was simply showing that, guiding the new members on how they can be an effective leader of their respective districts. Again, in terms of asking for support for speakership, there's not a single iota of request or anything of that sort, ma'am.
Sir, that's all.
Salamat, Nasel. We acknowledge Marian Enriquez from TV5. You may take the floor.
Good afternoon, sir. Just have two questions po. Sundutin ko lang yung tanong ni Mela. When SP Escudero said po that a majority may vote to dismiss or junk the impeachment case against Vice President Sara Duterte if a motion is introduced. So sinabi ni mamamayang Liberal Party List Representative-elect Leila de Lima, quote, may Chis Escudero version na talaga ang 1987 Constitution, ibang-iba sa original. Do you share the same sentiment, sirs?
Ako, I rely on how well, naturally, we have the House prosecution team, and maybe they will ready themselves on the eventuality that such thing might happen. But let me also go back to the explanation of my colleague, my friend, Ernix Junicio. Set aside the technicalities in legal. For a judge to even arrive into conclusion or judgment, ang word mismo is judge, no? To weigh things, no? Based on the evidences, based on the evidence presented by the accused and the defense, the counter evidences to be presented by the defense panel, without even giving and allowing the opportunity for both sides to present their case. And that, to me, in a way, is a question more on why, rather than can they do it or how. So it's more on the question of bakit i-dismiss without even allowing both sides to present their case. also
Correct.
be the judge whether or
Alatado
not
masyado
the
si
VP
Chis
has committed
Escudero.
high constitutes a violation of the betrayal of public trust. So yung issue na yon, sa palagay ko, gusto ko rin mag-refer yung lahat ng mga kasagutan tulad po ng kasagutan ng ating mga dating mga justices sa Supreme Court. There are only two instances where an impeachment proceedings can be concluded. It's either a decision to acquit or to convict. So it's a novel idea for us, for them, to hear the words dismissed and junk. So if you ask my personal opinion on that, I tend to agree with these former justices who say, yung Phil Consa, who says na hindi ang dapat to move forward, it's not to dismiss outright, but to hear the complaints because that's what the Constitution says.
Correct.
Dismiss or ano ba yun? Dismiss or junk. Ako, I agree with Kong Zia. Pero malaking tanong, bakit? Anong reason nyo para i-dismiss or i-junk? Are you more powerful than the Constitution?
Correct.
Or the bigger question is, ayaw nyo bang marinig yung gustong marinig ng taong bayan?
Correct.
O ayaw nyo bang makita o masilip man lang yung mga na ipipresenta ng dalawang panig? Yun ang pinakapatas sa lahat eh. That's why dapat impartial. So kung gusto nyong i-dismiss o i-junk this early in the game, in the process, anong reason nyo? Nakakapagtaka at iisip ka talaga kung ba't ayaw nyong pakinggan yung panig ng dalawa.
Correct.
Yun yung tanong ko lang.
Again, dapat ba talaga i-junk? Kong Adjong, you said they should just allow the process, not even an option for the Senate. Hindi nga ito option now. It's their obligation, no question about it. They just have to forthwith proceed with the trial. Kong Ernix, you said forthwith ang nakalagay sa konstitusyon, dapat aktuhan agad. And if you're saying earlier na hindi po yung House Prosecution Panel ang matigas ang ulo, sino po kaya?
Ayoko sanang gumamit ng ganong klaseng konteksto, no? May position ng bawat institusyon na involved dito sa sa impeachment court na ito. I don't see it that way. I only see it as something na merong hindi pagkakaunawaan ata. But I'm coming from a place where I have to really consistently, explain to the public that the House of Representatives has consistently and constantly displayed a sense of respect to what the court has been ordering us to do, the House Prosecution Panel. That the impeachment court is the one determining the timeline. The impeachment court is the one ordering both the prosecution and defense to comply to such requirements. And if there's any delay or if there's anything that would further open up legal interpretation on how the Constitution dictates, it's not the House prosecution team because we merely submit to the orders of the court. And that's what we've been doing from the very start. Ulo.
So makita ninyo kung sino sa ating mga leaders yung mga matino at hindi matino. Hindi matino ang pag-iisip. Tingin natin mas matino ang ating mga congressmen kaysa sa mga senador natin. Yan ang ating konklusyon dito sa nakikita nating mga pangyayari sa issue ng impeachment laban kay Sara Duterte.